Earful of BJ here. We got Trent on air with us. Trent, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for being on, man.
Yeah, thanks for being on, Trent.
So,
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Trent, you're sitting 1-2 right now. How do you feel about your team overall and maybe the way you drafted?
I felt like I drafted pretty decent, but my players the stars aren't aligning. They're having big games when my other players aren't having big games.
I hear you there, man. I hear you. When you drafted, I thought, does anyone have better wide receivers than Trent? But Hearns isn't too good yet.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Alan Hearns hasn't found the end zone once after having 10 touchdowns last year, and Julio, he isn't having that monstrous of a season yet, hopefully. But Jarvis Landry's killing it, so.
Yeah, he's been playing well. Do you feel like you have any weaknesses?
Oh, yeah. Tight ends and running backs.
Okay. That's fair.
Hey, Trent, it's Dave. Hey, how do you feel about your matchup with Mark this week? I think you both were sitting 1 and 2.
Fire's generally weak to water, but I think I got it. Although my defense is on a bye, but I'm hoping on a big game from Bortles because Indy hasn't been playing too good right now. So I think my quarterback's gonna get some points this weekend. I don't mean to dog on Indy, but.
Right.
No, we hear you. We hear you.
We hear you. That's for sure. That's awesome. Hey, and this week we do a premier matchup every week, and this week's premier matchup is myself and Blake, both sitting at 2 and 1. Who's going to win?
Just pick, man. No biases here since he's here. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think Dave's gonna take it.
Okay. All right. You hear? That's the predictions from Trent. Trent, thanks for being on air with us, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trent.
Have a good one, man.
You too.
Thanks.
It was a pleasure.
Absolutely.
All right. See you later.
All right. Thanks, Trent, again for being on, man. That was awesome. We always like to hear your guys' voices on air anytime possible. Is that all right, Fush?
It would be fantastic. That is fantastic, by the way.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, another week in the books. We're starting week 4. That means a lot of things.
Woo.
Means bye-week start.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm still battling injuries. It's kind of rough.
Say you are.
Yeah, it's bad. I got some starters out, and it's a little scary, but I know we're all going through stuff. That's football. People get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
You had to expect it.
Definitely.
If you don't, you're going to have a panic attack, I think.
That's right. I'm just scared every week when it's going to happen to me, but like I said before, I think you'll come back. So
yeah, we'll see. I just gotta get a few guys going here, but it happened to me last year. I don't think this bad, and I thought it was terrible last year, but
yeah, it hit you really, really soon.
I just have a lot of those right now, mediocre players, like guys that are gonna get me 7 or 8 points, but I haven't even scored 100 points yet. Like I don't know when that's coming.
Yeah,
but
you just got to rebuild, man. Just stick with it.
You feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I am. About my team?
Yeah,
I am actually. I'm pretty happy with it.
You'd be in the playoffs right now.
Yeah. I'll take that.
I guess you're doing all right whenever you're in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, every week I'm scared of injuries and stuff because it could happen to anybody, any player at any time. So just keep my fingers crossed.
Carson Palmer. What happened last week?
Oh, boy. I don't know. Did you see, what's the other guy's name that I got?
Who are you talking about?
Simeon or...
Oh, Trevor Simeon with the Broncos.
Fantastic week.
Wasn't it almost 40 points?
My gosh,
he threw 4 TDs.
If I don't, you just can't predict that. There's no way.
Not with the guy that's only started.
Yeah.
That was only his 3rd career start. You can't predict that.
Palmer really dropped the ball this time.
Give him time.
No pun intended.
Yeah, he'll be back. And then you got Zeke.
Woo. Oh, yeah.
He's a running machine, man.
Oh, yes, he is. How did I get him?
Yeah, I don't know how he dropped that far. And I remember saying something on one of the early shows saying I would draft Peterson before Zeke.
Yeah.
Did I mess up that?
Boy, right.
Boy, sorry, Clay.
But I didn't even know about the guy. You told him told me about him maybe a few months ago or whatever it was. But thanks for telling me about it.
Yeah. Shame I did.
Yeah.
Just kidding. What are some of the best teams in our league? You know who I think they are? If I had to pick the top 3 teams,
Okay.
I mean, obviously you have to pick Chris, Logan, and Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I agree with
Chris
that.
and Logan
actually, yeah.
are both undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily pick by record.
Yeah.
I like to go by their roster, but I mean, their roster is solid. And Brady is just scoring out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's arguably the best team in the league. Hashtag
Wow.
feel the burn. He put up 161, I think, last week.
Whoa.
In a 20-man league? That's insane.
It is. It's absolutely insane.
I mean, I can't remember who he was versing last week, but they were feeling the worm.
Well, yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't me, man.
Yeah, seriously. We have this breakdown thing. I don't know if you guys look at it, but it gives our record if every week we versed the entire league.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
So if Brady had versed everyone right now, he'd be 49-8.
Whoa.
Yeah. Chris would be 42-15.
Mm-hmm.
And Logan would be 41-16.
Wow.
Do you want to know what you'd
That's
be?
pretty good. Yeah.
You would be 39-18.
Hey, it's right. I'm almost there.
That's pretty good.
I'm almost
You
there.
want to know what mine would be?
Yeah. What?
13-44.
Oh. Those
Which-
injuries have bitten you big.
Yeah. But I'm still okay. I'm staying
yeah.
afloat.
Oh yeah, it's still way early, so you're fine.
What about what's the worst team? Is it Ethan? I think it is.
What's his?
Ooh, you want to know what his breakdown is?
Yeah. Let me.
Ethan, we're going to ask you to put down the phone, turn it off, and then come back in about 15 seconds because I just don't want you to hear this, man.
Yeah.
It's just not, it wouldn't do anything for you. He'd be 3-54.
Oh.
3-54.
Sorry, Ethan, but hey, just like I told Jesse, you got to make some possible changes here and fight for it.
Yeah, I mean, you got plenty of time. Chris,
yeah.
I think I say this all the time, but I think he started 0-5 one year and then went undefeated the rest of the season until the championship game. But
That's fantastic.
that's just proof right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't matter how you start; it matters how you finish.
Yeah.
That's cliche, but it's true, man.
Yeah, very true. No doubt about that.
And one thing that can throw any team right now for a huge loop, you know what that is?
What's that?
Injuries and buys.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we talk enough about bye weeks.
No,
They're
no.
tough.
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
tough.
I remember one point of my watching for bye weeks was when we were drafting. Of course, I watched that. I had several people coming up on 9, and that kind of changed a few of my picks. Actually, it really did. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't look at that enough when I'm drafting. I'm so keyed in on players, but that's a good idea because it can really screw you over even for multiple weeks, not just one.
Definitely. Yeah. So having backups for your players to put in when they're off, and I mean, it just takes some strategy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's big.
I hear you. Okay, so let's look. Let's look at our division leaders to see who'd be in the playoffs right now. In Division 4, the normal league, it'd be Chris and Logan. They're the division leaders. And then in the Fire League, Division 3, it'd be Cody and Eric. And then in Division 2, which is Water, it'd be Brady and who's Gary Does? That's Matt. And then in Division 1, we have. Just one second. See, guys, this is why we put names down.
Yeah.
It'd be Blake and Kyle.
All right.
Some solid teams there. And some names that we've seen a lot. And then a name like Cody that has never made the playoffs, and he's flirting with the division title right now.
Wow.
And I think Cody's got a solid team. I really do.
Yeah, he
very
does.
Solid.
Very, very much. So it's good to see that.
Yeah. What about the? I got to look at what we call this. I gave it too many words. It's the primetime Red Bull featured game of the week.
Oh.
Fosh, this goes to you. Well, we already talked about it, I guess, with Trent.
Yeah,
but
with Trent, yep.
It goes to you and who are you versing?
Who is it?
You and Blake. Yeah.
Blake.
You and Blake.
Yeah.
How do you
Oh,
feel?
boy.
You scared?
Well, naturally I'm scared. But
Who's gonna win?
I even I like to look at those predictions too. I know you always tell me
I
they
don't like
mean
predictions.
anything, but I know you don't. But I do, and I pay attention to those, and it shows I'm going to win. But I really feel that I might have the upper hand this week. I'm hoping so anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna take Blake just because he's
Okay.
division leader right now, and
Yep.
and he's on a hot streak. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does.
I'm trying to knock him off that, So
Yeah. Well, we didn't even say we were gonna do this, but how about a little bit of Fosh time, Fosh time, Fosh time, Fosh time, Fosh time, Fosh time. Okay, Fosh. Clay drafted Brock Osweiler, and he's ranked 27th, and you don't like him.
I do not.
So does he look for a new quarterback? He's also got Carson Wentz, who's
Wentz.
a rookie and ranked 10th.
Yeah,
Would you start Wentz, or would you look for someone new
I would go with Wentz. Yeah,
over Brock?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
all right.
Yeah,
And that might have to do with some of your bias, but that's all right.
yeah.
Blake has a top passer in Stafford. I mean, he's playing great right now.
Oh,
But he
yeah.
also drafted Brady in the first round. So when Brady comes back, does he still stick with Brady, or does he stay with Staff?
Oh boy. I think he goes back with Brady, I guess.
Okay. Who scares you more, Chris or Logan?
Chris or Logan? Probably have to go with Chris, I guess. Yeah, I'd say. So.
They're both stellar teams right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. So
Have a great week, guys.
you guys have a great one. Later.